how important it is to attack the scar on his abdomen to get through this fight faster. Round 2's new boss Axel is finally here, and today I'm going to show you everything from where to find the recipe to summon the boss arena location, the fight itself with some loaded tips on how to beat him, and finally all rewards that come when you beat the big fluffy tarantula, so buckle up. So the very first thing you're going to need to do when you get into the game is locate the boss recipe, Poached Roach Roast. That was a tongue twister. Inside of Axel's terrarium, which can be found here on the map. And an easy way to find it once you get close is to look for the big amplifier in the park. The location is going to be to the right, and it has a big reddish lid. You're going to go inside of the terrarium, and you'll see a tarantula chunk as well as a receipt for Axel's purchase. You're going to pick up this receipt to unlock the recipe. Once you head back home, you will need to cook the roast inside of a cookery, and here's all the ingredients it's going to take. Once you've made the poached roach roast, we're going to head to the boss arena, and I'd recommend some pretty high level gear as well as your ore buggy, because there are going to be some webs you need to cross to get into the arena. I'd bring smoothies and bandages, but overall the fight isn't too difficult. I'd compare it to the Broodmother from Grounded 1, but like a longer fight and a little bit easier. So the location for Axel is up in the very top left corner of the backside of the pine tree. To make this easier to get to the location, head to the fire pit, and from there jump onto this log next to the backpack. Wrap around the right side of the pine tree, and you're going to see this lantern from Grounded 1, and it's going to be right through this opening in the hedge. Take a right to get into the boss arena. The spot where to summon the boss is right at the entrance of the arena, and I'm also going to give step-by-step tips on how to beat him, so let's do this. So one of Axel's first attacks here is he's going to try to stick you with his leg, and all you need to do to avoid it is to dash. And you can hit Axel anywhere on his body to cause damage, so keep that in mind when you're fighting him. And you're going to see another one of his moves here where he tries to bite you, and as long as you perfect parry or dash, you should be good. And when it comes to perfect parry times, try to block like a millisecond after you expect his attack to hit you. Alright, so we've just stunned him, and here's where you're going to do the most amount of damage. What you're going to do is jump on his head and attack this scar on his abdomen, and just check out the massive damage we are doing to him right now. Just don't stay on there for too long, because he does throw you off, and although it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, you never know in the state of the test server whether or not the game is just going to bug or throw you to the floor and just kill you. Alright guys, so we are now entering the second phase of the fight, and this is where it gets interesting. Just like a regular tarantula, Axel will rub his legs together and throw his hairs at you, and when they come at you, all you need to do is dash out of the way. Alright, so here's a new one we haven't seen yet. Axel will attack you with each fang and then bite you with both fangs at the end, but just remember what I said about parry times before, and you should be good. Another new addition to this fight is Axel will try to stab you with both legs instead of just one, so same thing as before, you just need to dash out of the way. We've stunned him for the second time, and once again I want you guys to see how important it is to attack the scar on his abdomen to get through this fight faster. Another important thing to note is even if you dash while standing in the middle of the hairs, it doesn't seem to do any damage as long as you time it right. Phase 3 is definitely the hardest. Axel will go into hiding at the very beginning of the phase in one of the 5 web holes, and while he does this, a bunch of caterpillars will drop down on top of the webs. Axel will spawn inside of one of those 5 holes and eat a caterpillar to heal. I wouldn't waste your time trying to prevent this because he deals massive damage to you if you get caught by him, so what you want to do here is stay right in the middle of the arena. Next, he will spawn a bunch of other creatures for you to fight, and you need to kill all of those creatures to move further into the phase. So just stay right in the middle while fighting them, and you should be good. We are now getting towards the end of this fight, and once all the creatures are dead, Axel will come out of hiding and now introduce his last new final move of the fight. He will put his guard up and try to brute force his way through you, and as long as you dash, you'll be fine. His bite attack now deals venom damage, and this is where you can easily lose the fight if you're not careful. But just remember all of those tips I taught you, and you'll be fine. And that's it, Axel is dead. Let's grab the resources and head back home to check out what we've unlocked. So we've unlocked Axel's armor set Night Stalker, and it looks pretty dope. The full set will give us a bonus, which I'll go over in just a sec, but let's look at what each armor piece gives us. Starting with Night Stalker Greaves, we get Ranger armor with a bonus to increase damage dealt to enemy weak points. We also get Buggy criticals, which gives our Buggy increased critical hit chance. Defense is almost 1 notch and resistance is almost 3. Next, we have the Night Stalker Helm with the same bonuses as before, with the defense almost 1 notch and resistance at 2 notches. Last but not least, we've unlocked the Night Stalker Vest, and these bonuses are the same, but the defense and resistance is great. At defense almost 2 notches and resistance at 5. Next, we have the Night Stalker Fangs trinket. It's going to give you Buggy Vampirism, which lets your Buggy heal when dealing damage, and their critical hits heal significantly more. When it comes to the entire set bonus, our Buggy has increased critical hit chance, which is cool because I don't usually use my Buggy to fight, so anything that makes him stronger is a plus. Next, we have our first weapon unlock, Axel's Talon. This is a broad spear forged from one of Axel's great talons. It oozes fresh venom with every strike. Its bonus bonus gives us Venom Attack. Attacks build up venom on hit, dealing damage over time. The last weapon we've unlocked is the Black Fang Great Bow, and this bow requires great arrows to use, so make sure you have the resources before you craft the bow. And its bonus is Greater Draw. Charged shots deal additional damage, but the perfect shot window is reduced. So that is absolutely everything Axl in this new public test server. So if you found any of the information helpful, please do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe. I'll be putting out more videos like this to cover all the new updates and tips and tricks for Grounded. I also have shorts with tips and tricks and long form videos of both Grounded and Grounded 2, so check those out. But I want to give you guys a huge shout out for watching until the end. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.